Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dread Time Stories. I'm your host, Dr. Phobia, and tonight we return to a much forgotten section of the channel. I actually had a few subscribers request this, so this is for you guys. You know who you are. Anyway, the section I'm talking about is Doc's Orders. I know, more doctor humor. Anyway, I haven't really found anything that I've wanted to review in the realm of horror for quite some time, but recently I found a board game. Yes, I said board game. That has really intrigued me and really got me back into the realm of board games, something I haven't done in years. The game itself is called Betrayal at House on the Hill. Those of you that have played it, don't spoil it for anybody else. Now, for those of you that have forgotten how Doc's Orders work, it is your standard review system. I review on 3 different aspects. Number 1 is scares. Number 2 is monetary value. And number 3 is replay. And it will be 1 out of 5. So, first of all, let me get you a summary of the game. Betrayal at House on the Hill is a 3 to 6 player horror strategy game where the objective is to make it out of the house alive. Now, how it works is this. The set number of players goes to explore this haunted mansion. When you find out that one of your fellow explorers isn't exactly who they say they are. Now, your goal, like I previously stated, is to survive, whether you are the traitor or the survivors. There are up to 50 different scenarios in which this can go down, and they range into 2 different categories: PvP, which is player versus player, or PvE, which is player versus environment. How it works is each character has their own set of stats. There are 4 of them: might, speed, sanity, and knowledge. And those stats and how high they are or low they are will depend on how well you do certain tasks. Like, for example, if a room, let's say, has a chasm you have to jump, and the higher your speed, the easier it will be for you to clear said chasm. What's also interesting about the game is it's completely different every time you play, because you build the mansion room by room. You start out in the grand foyer, and you could end up in the chapel, or you could end up in the graveyard, just depending on which tile you pull. Movement of the character is only interrupted by one of 2 things. You either run out of movements, or you pop an event or an omen. An event can be anything from swatting away a giant spider to finding 2 skeletons in the closet. An omen, however, is completely different. An omen triggers an event, but it also triggers what's called the haunt roll. Now, for this to take effect, the number of dice, which is 5, must be higher than the number of omens on the field. And if the number of omens is higher than the number of die, then the haunt begins, and the traitor is revealed. The game is over when either the heroes complete their objective or the traitor completes their objective, which usually involves killing all of the heroes. The game usually takes about an hour to complete, so no, we're not talking about Monopoly time here. Just a good hour of good scary fun. Now, on to the review section. First things first is scares. Honestly, this game isn't super scary, but it is suspenseful because you never know what room tile you're going to get next and what event or omen may be waiting for you in the shadows. So, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, under the right circumstances with the lights turned down and maybe the thunderstorm outside, it might give you that creepy vibe that you're just searching for when it comes to a Saturday night board game. Next comes monetary value. I will say this game is a lot of fun, and I've done about 10 playthroughs of it, and my friends and I really enjoy it. It's been great entertainment for those nights where we just want to sit inside and chill. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 as well, because the game is about $50. If you can get over the initial wallet cramp, I'm telling you, this game is actually really worth it because of the third and final category, and that's the replay. As previously stated, I have gone through this game 10 times and have never had the same haunt happen, and I don't think I ever will, honestly, because of the way everything is so randomized. The replay is huge. The mansion will never look the same way twice, I can tell you that. And with a total of 12 characters to pick from, the experience will be different every single time, I can promise you that. And that is why I give the replay section of this game a 5 out of 5. It is absolutely fun, and it is absolutely different every single time. So in closing, I highly recommend that if you have the extra money, or you have a birthday or some other holiday where gifts are given coming up, I would ask for it if you really want a suspenseful good time. And also, I'm going to say this, if you want to see a playthrough of this game, I'll see if I can dig up a few more bodies to join me. Just let me know in the comments below if that's something you would actually be entertained by. So, like I always say in closing, check under your bed, look in your closet, and sleep with the light on. The life you save may very well be your own. Good night, everyone.